Alright, in this demo I'm going to show you how to taper your pant leg down using your trouser. Okay, so what you want to do first is trace off your trouser slopers. Okay, once they're traced off, we'll start at the front here. We need to decide how small we want to make the opening of your pant leg. Now think about, you got a couple things to think about here. Remember, the person needs to be able to get their foot in and out of this, okay? And you can make it so small that they can't get in and out, and that's fine. But if you do that, you're going to have to add some kind of closure, either on the inseam or on the side seam of each pant leg. Okay, you could do an invisible zipper, or just a center zipper, lap zipper, buttons, snaps, all sorts of different things. So you have to think about that, all right? We're going to just take an inch off of each side, okay? So at the hem, I'm going to measure in from my side seam, an inch and mark, and at the inseam, I'm going to measure in an inch and mark, okay? And now I got to blend those two lines up, all right? Now you can decide how to blend these, but I'm going to do it basically just the same way we drafted. So what I'm going to do here at our crotch, an inseam, I'm going to measure in a half an inch and mark. And then I'm going to connect that mark in to the inch mark at the hem. And draw a line. And then using my curve ruler, I'll then blend from my original crotch, where I want to be, to my knee line. So find a good curve that matches. There we go. And connect. I'll use black now for that. And then connect that to the hem. Okay, so there I've tapered in my inseam. Now let's do the side seam. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to blend this. I'll draw this in red first to make sure I like it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend it up right into my hip line. And I think that should look nice. Let's see. Draw it in red first to make sure. I think that looks good. So let's make it more permanent. There we go. So I've just removed all this. So I'm actually removing too, when I blend it, I'm removing some of the fullness in that pant so they won't be as baggy up in this area either. Okay? But there you go. I've now tapered in. Let's do the back. So if you remember correctly, what I did at the hem on the front is in the inseam, I moved in an inch, and on the side seam, I moved in an inch. So let's do that here. Each an inch. Okay. We'll start with the crotch. Remember, move in half an inch from your original crotch. And then that gives us the guideline to match up again. So I'll connect that to my inch mark at my hem. And now I can blend this line into the crotch using my curve ruler. Right there looks good. And extend that down to hem. And then at side seam, same thing. This time I know that I can blend right into my hip line because I did it on my front panel, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw that right in permanently. Like so. Okay. So I've now tapered in both my front and my back pant leg. Okay, very easy. It's really just knowing how small you want your opening to be. Again, you can make it much smaller if you wanted. All right, it has to, at least the ankle needs to be able to get through there at the very least. Okay, because you can add a closure in, a zipper or something, so you can open it up and get it in. But you can make this much smaller and just blend it in. Okay. And then you can go ahead and stylize however you want it up here. You can make this a higher waist, a lower waist, whatever, add your pockets, whatever you need, and then add seam allowance and cut out. And that's how you do a tapered pant leg.